places in our souls so remote, no light can reach them. And the truths that inhabit them grow accustomed to the darkness. They cannot fathom ever escaping it, and they do not want to be disturbed.
Her son are walking down the beach when a huge wave crashes onto them, and when it clears, the woman looks down and her son is gone. She falls to her knees and she looks up to the sky and she says, "Please, I'm begging you, I can't live without him. He's everything to me. Whoever is up there, whoever can hear me, please send my son back to me alive." Just then, she looks up at the horizon, and an albatross appears in the sky. It follows a ray of sunshine from the clouds onto the water, and it dives under the surface, and when it emerges, the boy is riding on its back. So it flies to the beach, and it gently deposits the boy at its mother's feet. And the woman looks at the boy, and then she looks to the sky, and she says, "He had a hat."
Seems a little soon for dead kid jokes. Was that supposed to be funny?
Not ha-ha funny.
Well, what was it supposed to be?
Well, we haven't spoken since the door closed. We have no idea where we're going. We have no idea when we'll get there or what we'll find when we do. So I guess maybe I just thought I'd start preparing us for what happens when the door opens.
Well, I guess if Shecky Green's there on the tarmac when we land, now we'll have an opener.
What am I to you?
Excuse me?
To you.
We're just gonna do this. Right now. Huh? Well, I guess it depends. Up until today, I would have said you were someone I consider to be a part of my family.
What changed?
You want me to say it out loud, or would you like to do it? Hello, Emily. How in God's name did this happen?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. There are safeguards on top of safeguards to prevent exactly this kind of thing from happening.
I don't know exactly.
You don't know?
My father asked me what I wanted to do with my life. It was 2002, and I told him I wanted to protect my country. He said he knew someone who could help. Some guy who was a mentor to him back at the agency, who could pull some strings, he said. Once I was in, I never asked again. That's not how we work. It was done. I just put my head down and I did the work.
You did the work. Is that supposed to make a difference? Angela... Jesus, I don't even know what to call you.
You think I'm someone different now than I was 5 minutes ago?
You've been someone different as long as I've known you. I think you've been lying to me for as long as I've known you.
I have been nothing since I've known you but loyal to you. And devoted to you. And fucking determined to make you proud of me. I am still the same person. I'm maybe more that person now than anyone else I've ever been. I'm sorry I lost my hat.
I must have taught you more than I thought. When faced with the reality that you are guilty of more crimes than I can count, that you represent maybe the most serious security breach the FBI has seen in recent memory, you would throw the first punch and make me out to be the villain? My honest-to-God question to you is, do you really think this was going to work? I suppose that for as long as we're in the air, you can claim to be two different people and pretend that it's tenable. But as soon as this plane lands, you're going to have to make a choice about which one of you emerges. And then I'm going to have to decide what to do about it.
There are places in our hearts so inhospitable, no sounds can penetrate them. Hard and secret places in which unspeakable things are stored. Mother was born. Every time you think of me, I feel the old ties pulling. Every time you look at her, you feel new ones growing.
She isn't you.
No. She still has a choice.
That's the martial login info. Check the balance. I trust you're able to divide by 2.
I don't understand.
Don't you understand?
You just said no. Now you're saying yes. I don't understand.
Money isn't a measure of anything to me except the ability to protect my family. My daughter, she's in danger right now. I just found out before I got here. All I can think about are all the ways that things can go wrong, the ways she can get hurt. I have to do something about it. I don't have time for this. And once I leave, I'm not coming back. I'm on a plane to Morocco tomorrow, early morning.
Morocco?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Zoe, this is a very long story. Come with me, I'll tell you everything. Come with me, please.
هنوز هیچ نمیخوای گپ بزنم. دیر یا زود این میشکم. دیر یا زود هر کی باشه میشکم.
من باید برم.
بری کجا؟
واسه طرف استراد. شاید نمایندگی بتونم مرا کمک کنن تا بفهمن اینجا چیکار بس.
کارو نکن.
میفهمم که فلان آخرشان نمیه. اما اگر از اینجا استراتژیشان گیر میتن باید اونها هم مثل ما بدتر شده.
شما میخوایم که در حال حاضر نره. او آدم دو اونجا تب نمیره. وقتی تا شوه من نگران هستم که چیزی خواهد گفت و هر چی را که اینجا ساختیم برباد میده.
هیچی منو دارم.
حالی نه
الجني بمعتمد ضري.
Why are we here? What are you so afraid the Russian is gonna say? How would he know your name? You were kidding me.
I would think out of anyone you would be able to understand.
That's your spying for the Russians against your husband.
For my husband. The Russians will leave one day. I know it, you know it, and the Russians know it. Sooner or later, everyone will realize the important question is the one I have been asking myself for over a year now. Who rules when they're gone? For some time now, I have been feeding information to the GRU to undermine and weaken our rivals so that when the time comes, my husband will be in a position to finish what we started and lead this country forward.
I see it. I mean, if anyone here were to catch even a whiff of this, you'll hang for it. So will your husband. Probably me too, for whatever that's worth.
You know,
You have to tell him.
I can't.
Sure you can. He's smart, he'll understand.
He might understand this, but certainly not the rest.
I seriously doubt there's something more difficult to understand than this.
A few months ago, I was visiting the wife of a tribal elder in a village I will not name, in a valley I will not name. And one late night, we were alone and she confided in me a story. A man had descended from the mountains alone. He spoke no language she recognized. He died on their doorstep and they burned his body. A few weeks later, I heard from the Russians that they had become aware of a foreign prospecting crew. Greek pirates. This crew had found something beyond their wildest expectations. A mineral deposit of unimaginable value.
What kind of a deposit?
A copper lot that alone could alter this country's economy. And secrets buried beneath the deep veins of lithium and uranium. The Russians need it. They just can't find it.
So the Russians don't know where it is. To you. That mine makes Faraz Hamza the next president of Afghanistan. Why wouldn't you tell him?
It will make him must prevail. He must be the one to lead us once this war ends, but as the Faraz Hamza I believe in. The one you believe in. Not like this, too much power too quickly. This kind of power turns men against each other, turns them dark.
He isn't that kind of a man.
Eventually all men break.
You are juggling chainsaws, lady. I'm pretty good at this, and even I'm having a hard time keeping up. There's so many ways this could kill you.
Which is why I can no longer do it alone.
So that's what this is about. That's why Holmes is after you.
Yeah.
Feeling that there's a difficult conversation that we should have.
Oh, fuck, what's that?
I am forging the name of this woman who toyed with empires, and I'm not the Marcia Dixon you planned for. I am not built for this kind of thing.
It's just the woman who just separated me from half my money.
Well, that was different.
You don't get what you can do, do you? No, in my world, you spend a lot of time learning to find the cracks in things, or fractures, or fragile points in things where pushing a little can change a lot. It's a sense that you work hard to develop an intuition for weakness. Most people, they don't see the world that way. No, we prefer to see things whole. Taught to keep things whole. Your life's easier when things are whole. I look at you, I see a person who doesn't need to look for cracks in anything. You just see them. I think no one's ever offered you any idea how to use it or what it's for, and I think that you can only ignore an ability like that for so long before it finds a way to remind you it's there.
How can you say something like that? How can you... You barely know me.
No, well, I barely know you, but I know the game. I know when someone's seeing the angles, so unless you're a highly trained operative pretending to be a suburban divorcee, I have to assume that this is a natural ability you've got.
Pretending to be anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So, I'm here. You want me to be here because this is curious to you? Someone who has this ability?
Yeah.
Or I'm here, you want me to be here because this is the only way to keep me safe from whoever's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm here because I am someone who can see the cracks in things, and there's something you're worried is broken, and you just can't figure out where.
Why is there something that looks broken to you?
I don't know yet. You want me to guess?
No.
What you are asking of me, it isn't possible.
Why not?
He's my father. He raised me. He gave me life. You're my father. You raised me. You gave me purpose. You are each a part of who I am. I don't divide that way.
Sure you do. Everyone does. We all do that.
Well, I don't know how to do that.
Okay, then. Let me make it simple for you. Take me to him. Do that. Lead me to him. End this. And you will have made a choice about who you want to be.
Fuck you. Maybe I was wrong. That I mattered to you in any way. That I've ever mattered to you in any way. Because if I did, you would understand how confusing this is for me. And just how hard I am trying to do the right thing. Make a choice. I mean, you're asking me to amputate parts of myself that are connected in ways that I don't even understand. And why? So that you can trust me? There are so many different ways we could have gone about having this conversation, and you have succeeded in choosing the absolute shittiest.
This isn't about my state of mind. You're a criminal.
Well, I guess I'm in good company then. Or did you? And you know what? I found a way to be okay with that. You helped my father escape Faraz Hamzad, and you didn't want anyone knowing about it. It's all in the game. If the shoe was on the other, blah, blah, blah. But you know what's actually making it very difficult for me to look you in the eye right now? You knew that there was something I had never told you about myself. And you waited till we were all under a spotlight with that lawyer. And you said my mother's name. Her birth name. Just to see if I'd react. To see if you were right. Do you know that that was the first time I had heard her name since she had told it to me when I was a kid? Can you imagine what that would feel like if I sharpened Chip's name and used it to cut you open just to see what came out?
How would you like me to address you?
Jesus. What difference does it make what my name is?
It makes all the difference. It's how you choose. It's what keeps all of us from having to juggle all the different people that we feel like we might want to be. The name's the thing. You only get one. It plants a flag in the ground that says, this is who I am. Here is where I stand. You protect it with your life. When I'm gone, my name is all that my family will have left of me. And the greatest threat to it is the mole that I have apparently been harboring for a decade. You made that decision for all of us. And at this moment, I'm not inclined to make you feel better about it.
experience, it's polite to ask someone before leaving them two giant dogs.
They don't know anybody else.
Wherever we're going, you don't plan on coming back at all, do you?
What I'm good for, what I'm built for, is defending things that need defending. All the best things I've done in my life have been in service of that. Once I'm done with Hobbs, I'll you and Emily, you'll be all right. You know, what happens to me, that's not important. Both you will be all right.
Ray,
Chief,
listen, you're about to get a phone call. I want you to answer it, and I want you to do whatever you're told.
yes, sir. Can I ask who it is on the
Just
phone?
want you to do whatever you're told, Ray. And I cannot stress this enough. Don't question him. Don't pry.
Don't be me. Yes, sir. Miss Waters?
Mr. Waters, how are you?
I'm fine.
Grand. Mr. Waters, at this moment in time, I believe you and I are fated to mean something to one another. You see, I need some help, and I believe you're the only person on Earth who can provide it.
I'm glad to hear that. What can I do for you?
Harold Harper is missing. I understand you were the last to see him, is that correct?
Yes. Yes, sir, I believe it is.
Oh, good. I'm putting together a small team. I'd like you to be a part of it. Please stand by, and I will get you instructions on where to go next. Where were you hit? I'm fine. Where did the bullet hit you? You know that I'm a liar, and it suits me to be. An apology from a liar is no apology at all. But I hope you will believe me when I tell you this. I'm very sorry that I put you in that position.
I believe you believe that. I'm not really here for an apology. I just need to know what happened. I want to know if you're apologizing because you didn't want to tell me Harold Harper had a mole in his office, or if you couldn't tell me Harold Harper had a mole in his office because you didn't know.
Didn't know. I put her there. Hold on. Where are you going?
Mike was worried that you were losing your marbles. This is just you up to some shit that I don't want to know. You're fine.
If I were fine,
What do you mean?
I put the mole in Harold Harper's office because Dan Chase asked me to. I did the one thing you must never do in this business. I tried to be a good father.
I'm sorry. Dan Chase is your son.
More or less. More than less. He and Harold both. I broke the rules. I never wanted anyone to know about it.
I don't think anyone should have known about it. But I should have known about it.
Well, now you know. And now I'm going to ask you to help me clean it up so that no one else ever will. gonna ask you to do the one thing a good father must never ever do. I'm gonna ask you to hurt my sons.
Nine hours east-southeast. North Africa somewhere.
Hey, where the hell are we?
I think it's Tunis.
Okay. Does that mean anything to you?
It could be once I stopped here on Mediterranean cruise with Cheryl for our 15th anniversary. Or it could be the last place your mother and father stopped on their way from Afghanistan to the United States. If he looked for her, this is almost certainly where he lost her trail, where she disappeared. So then what that matters now, I couldn't say. Someone's coming.
Harper?
That's his house, Zachary.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do in there?
Well, to get this meeting ended with Pavlovich, I need Zachary to authorize this investment. Open the door. I asked him nice at lunch. Now I just need to get it done.
You're gonna threaten him. What if I went in there instead?
What?
Wasn't Marcia Dixon somebody to them too?
Yeah. Why?
Well, you asked nicely. You can't ask nicely again. Or you're weak. But I could ask nicely, or at least I could ask differently.
Well, sending my wife in there isn't exactly going to make me look like John Wayne.
I think that's the problem exactly. You're not going in there to get what you need. You're going in there to force him to give it to you. A little while ago, just for a second, you saw me as a threat to your daughter. Just for a second. I didn't mean to be, and I wouldn't want to be, but just for a second, I feared for my life. Now maybe it's been a long time since you've had to be that guy, to use violence to protect the people that you love. But maybe that's an urge that can only be suppressed for so long before it finds a way to remind you that it's there. And maybe once it's out, it for damn sure doesn't want to be put back.
What would you say?
I don't know. I might...
Well, he's risk averse when it comes to money, but he's not to rule breaking. You could, you could tell him the information on this deal, and that you're concerned that it's illegal. All right, this is a real bad idea. All right, we're here.
Why?
Well, you're fucking up a little if he slams the door in your face. You're fucking up a lot. Zoe! Zoe, wait! Oh, fuck.
It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
I'm dressed like this.
yeah.
How do I explain that to him?
Rich folks don't explain shit.
Hello?
Zachary?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name.
Marcia. Dixon. We haven't met yet. I'm Henry's wife.
Yeah.
Hi.
Right, of course. Pleasure to finally meet you.
Likewise. So listen, I'm sorry to bother you. I know it's really late.
Yeah, a bit.
But there is something I'd like to talk to you about, and it's a little time sensitive, so I thought maybe it'd be better out of the office.
I'm happy to chat, but now is not really a great time.
Of course. It'll only take a minute.
Tell you what, why don't we connect tomorrow over coffee? I'll cancel a meeting. Cool?
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Okay.
Night.
All right. Sorry to have bothered you.
Everything cool, Marcia?
I wasn't finished, Zachary.
Here we are again. You preparing to emerge. Something that will change everything about you and I.
She can do it.
Not that door. You. So much stored away. No one to confess it to.
You.
I cannot be your confessor. I don't belong here. Held to you by a whisper, a leash, a sorrow. I am your prisoner here. When you are finally opened, I cannot be the one to forgive you for what spills out. Someone must choose to do that. Someone old enough to choose. I will miss you.
Maintenance records. Passenger manifests. What the hell is going on?
It's a test. I want to see if I can find the needle in the haystack. You want to find something in here, you have to be here to find it.
Find what? What are you looking for?
A flight from Karachi, April of 1987. The flight that your parents took.
You know that flight?
I arranged it. When you exfil an asset from a hot zone, you fly them out on an agency bird. When things go so wrong that you don't want anyone at the agency to know about it, that's when you have to get creative.
What went badly?
He didn't tell you? You can be a spy, or you can be a parent. It's exceedingly difficult to be both at once. Your father has always believed that he could be whatever he decides in whatever moment he decides it. That's how all of this happened. I'm sorry this was the hand you were dealt. You didn't deserve it.
Mr. Harper.
Azure Maroc Air, Flight 31. That's what you wanted me to find, isn't it?
Yes.
So why am I here? What else do you want to know?
On the manifest, what were their seat numbers?
You mean, do I remember what their aliases were 30 years ago? "7A and 7B.
Is that all?
What else is there? Haven't I proven that I know what I'm talking about? Isn't that what this is all about?
The memorandum detailing your guilt will be distributed before the end of day.
What?
Sorry.
Hello? Hello? Oh, fuck.
You were framed. Targeted by a bad actor from your past who had an axe to grind. The U.S. government, who you dedicated your life's service, turned its back on you. So you fought alone to unveil the truth. And when you did, that government welcomed you home with open arms.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That is the story that Faraz Hamzat is dead. My father's working on it right now. I suggest we go find him and lend a hand.
You did good tonight. I asked what you said to him.
I just asked for what I wanted.
Oh, you just asked, huh? Okay.
When you asked, I think he saw an old man telling him how to do his job. But when I asked, who knows what he saw, but that was his weakness. And it was apparent to me. And I pushed on it and he gave in.
You gave in. That must have felt good.
It did.
You know, where we're going, weakness is an miles harder to find. The weak are mostly dead. You go bolting out of the car like that again because you feel you've got something to prove. Because you think you can save me from myself. You take a run at the wrong guy, we both end up dismembered in a tub.
Well, good thing you're someone who would never let that happen.
Yeah, good thing.
That isn't all you are, you know? That isn't all you're built for. A person who protects things. A person who doesn't want or need anything else. A person who isn't even a person at all. There's more than that. There's other parts. There's better parts. And I see them. I see you. What is it?
The series of events that it took to create this moment. Oh. From where you and I started before all this, to reach this point.
I don't care. However we got here, we're here. And where I started, before all this began, do you?
No.
Maybe that's why I'm here then. A reminder of what it's easy to forget when you're alone. I may not be the partner that you planned for. I may not be the partner that you would have thought you wanted. But maybe I'm the partner that you need.
Mr. and Mrs. Dixon.
Yes.